Hello and welcome to a nice fresh new episode of T-shirt printing for absolute beginners. In this episode we'll be covering transfer paper. Yay! So, what the heck is transfer paper? Well, transfer paper is a magic paper that you can use to print images onto and stick them onto t-shirts or other bits of material. So there are two types of transfer paper. Light transfer paper for light t-shirts and dark transfer paper for dark t-shirts. Oh look, I've miraculously changed t-shirts and gained a few spots. Okay, so light transfer paper does exactly what it says on the tin. It's for light coloured t-shirts, white, yellow, grey, that sort of area. There are various techniques to apply this. Also, don't judge my spots. Demonstration!
Okay, so first of all, you want to get yourself a nice light coloured t-shirt and make sure it's got no wrinkles in it like this.
Don't judge my ironing. Okay, so there's various brands of transfer paper out there, both light and dark. I would totally recommend checking them all out and having a look around first before you choose a particular one. They're usually all pretty good if you're buying from a mainstream supplier. Also, it can get quite expensive at times if you're beginning to learn how to use this stuff and you mess it up and you have to go again and again and again. You know, some of this stuff can be... Some of this stuff can be like £1 a sheet, or just slightly under that or slightly over that. So I mostly use a place called Creative Transfers transfer paper. Creative Transfers, send me some free stuff. Cooking time! Okay, they recommend cooking it at about 160 degrees Celsius for about 20 seconds. I find that it needs to have a little bit more time than that, so I go for about, what do I do it at? 170 to 175 for about 15 seconds. You just play that with it, get used to it, see what you like. Yeah. Okay, so the nice thing about light transfer paper is that it's see-through when you stick it on your t-shirt, so you can just generally trim around the area and you'll not be able to see all this white bit here. It's brilliant. The light transfer paper, you need to print on it backwards, so there we go, this'll do. So say your image is that way, so it needs to be like that way when you put it on the t-shirt, otherwise it'll be backwards and you've wasted even more money, which sucks. So what you need to do next is get your image or design nice and central in your t-shirt. I usually pin it down with a bit of masking tape and either then use the heat press or the iron. So if you can afford yourself a nice heat press, I would suggest that you get one because they do make life a heck of a lot easier actually. Excuse the dust. And yes, I realise my heat press is on the floor in the living room. Don't judge me! You don't know me, man! You don't know me! So obviously you've already put your transfer onto your t-shirt nice and central. Well, you will have if I weren't demonstrating it anyway. And what they actually recommend is that you give your t-shirt a little bit of a press first, just to get it all any water out of it or moisture out of it, so to speak. So that's why I ironed mine earlier on. So you take a nice Teflon sheet, which has obviously been used quite a lot. Make sure your image is in the right place. Slap that on top like that. And then grill its ass, basically. I'm probably going to give this a little bit longer than it needs, but just for safety. And then the fun part is trying to switch the camera over so I can film it peeling off as fast as possible. That's going to be hilarious. The nice thing about it is you can re-grill it again afterwards for a little bit of time, like 10 seconds or so. But just keep an eye on it because there is potential to burn it quite well and you end up with a nice brown-like image instead of a nice clean one. So let's see if I can manage to not mess this up for a demonstration, eh? Okay, and the last thing with light transfer paper is that you want to peel it off quite fast because if it goes cold, it has the potential to wreck your image. Oh, yeah, and you can see already. Let me show you there. The more you peel this, the colder it gets. You see how it's pulling the print back off? You see that? Which is not good. We don't want that because it'll make it look really rubbish. So pretty much yes, light transfer paper sucks and try to avoid using it. I mean, let's try that again and see if I can do it a little bit better and a bit faster this time. Nailed it! Wow. So yeah, there you go. If you get it out as fast as you can, look how much nicer it looks! Oh, plug. And as I was saying earlier, the nice thing about the white transfer paper is it leaves this really, really fine edge, so you literally can hardly see the transfer edge. So the nice light transfer paper works really well for that. So now, let's move on to dark transfer paper. So, it says it in the name, kids. Dark transfer paper is for darker coloured t-shirts, okay? And it's different from the light transfer paper. This one, you print straight onto it, and you peel it off of the backing paper first. Yes. So we don't put this face down on a t-shirt. You peel the backing off and stick it to the t-shirt. So this one wants to be printed out like you can read it normally. In front of your face like that. Need some scissors. There you go, see? It comes off the backing paper like so. So obviously dark transfer paper is a lot easier to handle and stick on than light transfer paper because you're just sticking it on and cooking it and it's done. The only problem is, it's not see-through. It has a white backing on it, so you have to trim out your image. Now obviously with lettering, you would have to chop out each individual letter. But we're not going to do that, so we're just going to make it like a funky bubble shape instead on the white and just like push it out with the white instead, I suppose. Because frankly I can't be arsed to make it pretty. I'm just giving you demonstrations. It's fine. Oh look, and with a bit of artistic license, I've just turned it into a fluffy cloud shape. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so before I stick this one on, you can use dark transfer paper on any coloured t-shirts because obviously it just sits on it and you can see the white still. Light transfer paper you can't. If you use it on a darker colour, it'll just sink straight into that t-shirt and you won't be able to see a thing. And you've just wasted a load of money! You'll notice that these are big blocky designs, one shape, nice and easy, one single background sort of thing, this is where it ends. Whereas if, for example, on my hair dye, feel free to sponsor me, any hair dye company, for God's sake, feel free to sponsor me. You see this sort of stuff here? Where it's like intricate background and light feathery sort of blending in, fading out background. Pain in the arse with transfer paper. Don't go anywhere near it, just don't do it. No, just don't. Except for on the light transfer paper, where it will miraculously blend into the t-shirt seamlessly. Something like that anyway. Don't forget to give your t-shirt another little press beforehand as well, because it gets the wrinkles out of it, and also any moisture, because moisture will help your print peel off, which is never good. Scissors and masking tape will always come in handy in t-shirt printing. Obviously, just to help you remove things a little bit if they get stuck with the scissors, and masking tape just has enough tack to hold stuff down long enough for you to get it into the heat press without it moving. You also want to be pretty careful when you remove the masking tape because you can also move the print and you can also pull bits of the print off, so yeah, very delicate job all round. So there we have it. The lovely finished article. Are we ready? Oh. Check it out. Get it! So yeah, pretty much in conclusion, the good thing about t-shirt transfer paper is it's pretty cheap all round, and you can do it from home. You can do it with an iron as opposed to a big ass heat press. You don't always need the heat press. You can just like cook it as long as you've got the patience to do it, and believe me, it's a right. But if you've got the patience to do it, by all means, you can print out nice pictures, whereas you can't do that in some certain other methods like vinyl printing. You can, but it's more like a silhouette and stuff, so yeah, you can do it at home. You just need an inkjet printer. Specifically, it has to be inkjet. Specifically, it has to be inkjet ink. Inkjet ink. Try saying that 5 times fast when you're really, really drunk. Inkjet ink, inkjet ink, inkjet ink. I would recommend dark over light any day because you get like a much cleaner image and writing and stuff. Subscribe! Also, cheeky little tip. If you haven't got the Teflon sheet that I've got in the living room there, you can use greaseproof paper because obviously it can stand the heat. And it actually works quite well. Transfer paper is a quick, great way of getting a design on a t-shirt, especially a photograph. Don't recommend using it, it's a total pain in the ass though. Make your life easier, use vinyl or go for screen printing, not gonna lie. Because, yeah. There you go, that's how much you can suck. I really think, I think I can still save this one, hang on a minute. Nothing the bit of artistic license can't sort out. Cracked it. No one will be any the wiser, honestly. Look. Thank you, thank you. I'd just like to accept this award for my serious lack of continuity in this film. Thanks. Please come back soon for the next exciting episode, which will be on vinyl printing. If you like this video, please feel free to like it, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the jazz. If you know about t-shirt printing or if you've got a t-shirt printing tutorial, feel free to pop it in the comments because, you know what, it's a great skill to have. It's a great way to start a little business for yourself. So yeah, crack on, put it in the comments. See you next time, people. Bye-bye!